Overnight news, plus weather and traffic every 10 minutes. CBS 47 on your side this morning begins with breaking news.
Welcome back. I'm Zara Arboleta. That breaking news is out of Fresno. An early morning drive-by shooting at a home near Belmont and First. A little girl now in the hospital. CBS 47's Mike Scott is there live with the latest information. Mike.
Yeah, we just got an update moments ago, Zara, from Sergeant Brian Valle from the Fresno Police Department. There was a drive-by shooting here, 4th and Thomas, just south of the 180 freeway in central Fresno, sometime between 3:30 and 4 this morning. A car pulled up to a home. A number of shots were fired into that home. At least 2 cars parked in front of the house did have gunshot damage. And we've just learned that the young girl inside who was hit, 7 years old, she's in the hospital. She was struck at least 2 times, and she has been undergoing surgery at Community Regional Medical Center. She's now out of surgery, but we understand the doctors are saying she will need more surgery now for her wounds. That is the latest information. We have no description yet on the suspect car. There are a number of police officers combing this entire neighborhood looking for clues. The sergeant told us that they have recovered some shell casings from in front of the house, so that will give them some good information they can go on. But that is the very latest we have, Zara. Still this one block of 4th Street near Thomas closed this morning. It will likely be closed for several hours as the investigation continues. So that's the latest. Sarah, we'll bring you an update in about 30 minutes.
Mike, are neighbors starting to come out, looky-loos, that type of thing out where you are?
There have been a couple that have come out. One neighbor I talked with did not want to go on camera. She says gunshots in this neighborhood are a common thing. She says there was a murder on this same block just a couple of months ago. And sadly, Zara, she says her young son is in the bedroom crying right now because of what happened. He's afraid of, he heard all those gunshots this morning. So, but yeah, it's a sad situation.
Okay, Mike, thanks so much. We'll get another update from you in half an hour. Let's take a live look right now at your Fresno Skyview camera to see what our day is looking like. Let's check in with Jenny.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, everybody. A gorgeous sunrise there, about a half hour away, and temperatures are warming up nicely. Going to be another gorgeous afternoon. Let's take a look at our live pinpoint Doppler, show you what's going on. Right now we're at 44 degrees with clear skies. We're in the mid to upper 30s to the south, and so there's no worries about frost this morning. 36 is the coolest we see in Hanford, 37 in Porterville. We're in the low 40s around Merced and Madera, and 47 degrees in Los Banos right now. Temperatures compared to this time yesterday are up as many as 7 degrees, up 2 degrees in Fresno, and we'll see those temperatures climb into the 70s for your high today. That means you might need a coat this morning, but you won't need it by the afternoon. 49 degrees at 8 o'clock, upper 50s by 10, mid 60s by noon with 71 for your high. We'll check out the rest of your forecast in a couple of minutes.
The search continues this morning for 7 children who disappeared on Saturday. 4 boys and 3 girls ranging in age from 5 to 12 years old. They are believed to be with their dad and okay. 54-year-old Saw Yang apparently picked them up from their apartment while their mom and stepdad were at the store. The oldest son watching them all. When mom came back, the kids and all their belongings were gone.
We don't believe that the children are at risk or in danger. The biological mother does not believe that. She thinks it is the father who hasn't seen the children actually 3 years prior to the December date.
The dad had been estranged from the children for a good 3 years, but he did visit them this past December. He may be driving a 2005 white Toyota Sienna minivan, license plate number 6GCC504. New this morning, Fresno firefighters still trying to figure out what started an overnight house fire. Witnesses saw flames coming from the home off Palm near Clinton. The man inside was able to escape.
Not suspicious, but it is a little bit strange that we have a buildup of fire toward the rear of the house and sparks and flames at another part of the house that were actually confirmed by 3 different witnesses.
Firefighters were able to keep most of the damage to the master bedroom in the attic. No word yet, though, on how much it will cost the owner to make all the repairs. And here's video you'll only see here on CBS 47. Fire investigators looking for some arson suspects this morning. Look at this surveillance tape. Yesterday morning, someone tried to set fire to the Bond Street Market at Belmont and Bond in Fresno. It's the second time in 3 days. The suspects apparently used soda bottles full of gas to firebomb the place.
I don't know why. I would like to know why, but we're very peaceful people. We're here to make a living for our families, and I don't know what's causing this, but this needs to stop.
An arsonist hit the Bond Street market several months ago as well. All these cases likely connected. This morning, Fresno police still looking for a killer. A 21-year-old found stabbed to death near Shields and Chestnut Tuesday. Officers are still gathering clues. The murder, though, they believe is gang-related. New this morning, the U.S. is getting closer to an agreement that would give aid to Syrian rebels. Secretary of State John Kerry meeting with allies at a conference in Rome this weekend. He's expected to announce millions of dollars in aid and training for the fighters. But the U.S., Britain, France, and Italy have said there are no plans to provide the Free Syrian Army with weapons or ammunition. The rebels have been trying to overthrow President Bashar Assad for 2 years now. 70,000 people have died in the fighting. Let's take a quick look at financial news now in this morning's Money Watch, sponsored by Security First Bank. Here's Ashley Morrison.
Asian markets rallied on news that Italy is expected to continue its fiscal reforms. Tokyo's Nikkei rose nearly 3%, its biggest one-day gain in 3 weeks, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng added more than 1%. The Dow had its best day of the year after Fed Chair Ben Bernanke signaled that the Fed will stick with its stimulus program until the economy is fully recovered. The Dow soared 175 points and is within 100 points of an all-time high. The Nasdaq rose 32 points. JCPenney's is still struggling. The company says revenue plunged by nearly 30% in the fourth quarter. The department store has posted massive quarterly losses for the past year. CEO Ron Johnson says Penney's will start offering sales every week in the hope of luring back customers. And Jack Lew will be sworn in as Treasury Secretary today. The Senate confirmed him yesterday. Lew served as President Obama's chief of staff and will replace Timothy Geithner. He'll take over just one day before the automatic spending cuts are set to take effect. That's your Money Watch. For more, stay with CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, Ashley Morrison for CBS 47 on your side.
6:06, 43 degrees. It is World Spay and Neuter Day. How you can find low-cost programs here locally. That's in our Ask the Vet segment. And looking live at Vatican City, where anything can happen now, the Pope retiring overnight. We'll have an update from Rome in our next half hour. Also, we have a South Valley horticulturist, contributor for Sunset Magazine. He's going to talk about how to have some pretty blooms in your gardens this spring. Speaking of spring, what's the weather looking like? Well, our picture from our Fresno Skyview camera sure looks pretty. Jenny has your full pinpoint forecast coming up.
Valley Ranch.